to give everybody a couple minutes to get up in the chat room and tell you what happened today.
We got some breaking news.
We got some. We was at the Good Citizens trial, and right now we're fixing to let him explain what everything happened. You know, that way we don't have no misunderstandings or anything like that. So right now we're fixing to
up to the verdict. I don't want to spoil it yet.
yeah, we're gonna let them tell y'all everything.
Let them tell you the whole story.
So
All right. So to start, I was called as a witness today. In this case, for feeding the homeless, is the charges for feeding 5 or more people, a supposed food event, and I got to say that was one of the most corrupt courtrooms I've ever been in my life. There was literally a motion that was sustained by the judge that there's no speaking about constitutionality or any constitutional rights during the case, that constitutional rights were not allowed to be able to be spoke of.
Yeah. Speak up, they said.
So the judge allowed for there to be an order saying that we're not allowed to speak about the Constitution or constitutional rights in the courtroom. And there's a Constitution that's framed on the wall
With the Bill of Rights right next to it.
and the judge allowed for them to file for us a motion for us to not be able to speak about anything that has to do with the Constitution or constitutional rights, because they said that these charges of feeding people, even though we did it out of the graciousness of our heart, and it says in the Bible to do so.
And
Go ahead.
and the victim. We weren't allowed to speak about the victim of this alleged of this crime, and the victim, as stated on the police report, is Mayor Sylvester Turner
So they're saying that the mayor is the victim, even though he
Of
wasn't
Houston?
present.
of Houston, the mayor of Houston.
Mayor of Houston was the
And it
victim.
doesn't say on the police report. It does not say Mayor Sylvester Turner. It does not say Representative Mayor Representative Houston Sylvester Turner. It says Sylvester Turner, in his personal capacity, is the victim of this feeding the homeless. But the judge granted a motion along with the motion to limit limit what we can argue about the constitutionality, and along with that, they said that we cannot talk about the victim at all, which in this case was Sylvester Turner.
And those are two detrimental parts to this case, because first off, we want to face our accusers.
Absolutely.
And if the mayor supposedly is a victim, then he needed to be in court today to argue his point on how he was victimized.
And that's a constitutional right, and they told you you're not allowed to talk about the Constitution.
It's a Sixth Amendment right, and it's a Texas constitutional right. It's in the Texas State Constitution. I believe it is. It's Article 1, Section 19. I want to say.
Don't quote us on that, but you'll find it in Article 1.
Yeah, it's Article 1, 10, 17, or 19 of the Texas State Constitution that says witnesses shall, or the accused shall be confronted by the witnesses against him.
So first, the judge says that we can't face the accuser.
Yep.
So that was a huge botch. And then they said that we can't even talk about the Constitution or constitutional rights in the courtroom while arguing the case. And so
Constitution was banned today in Houston, Texas.
the Constitution was banned in that courtroom. There's no constitutional speaking, no talking about rights, no recording in there.
What was the name of the judge and what courtroom it was in?
Oh
Oh shit, what was her name?
It was like
Her name was Jermaine.
Her name was
Saint
Wicked
Germain.
Witch
Yeah.
of the West,
Saint
and she had a
Germain.
red scalp because
Yeah.
she uses so much hair dye. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
But
Yeah,
let's go ahead and get to the juice.
All right, so I was today convicted of conducting a food service event, feeding homeless without consent of the property owner, and
Which was public
fined,
property.
which is public property, and fined $1
$1.
by the jury.
His jury
$100.
charged
The
him.
jury
$1.
fined me $1.
They could have at least made it 101, because I believe we spent $100 on pizza that day, so they could have at least made it cost more than the pizza.
Yeah.
But yeah, they found him guilty. for exercising religious rights.
Yep.
Here in Houston, Texas,
Freedom of expression.
there's no freedom of expression. There's no freedom of religion. There's no constitutional speaking in these courthouses. And I've lost a lot of hope in the city of Houston and the officials for this.
This is opening it up to an appeal, which
Yeah,
will.
we're not paying the dollar.
We're not paying the dollar
No.
fine. Obviously, we're appealing this case. I even feel like the jury didn't want to. I feel like they made there was somebody in there, or at least two in there, who were like, "Hey, I don't want to find this guy or convict him of feeding homeless people," because as was stated on the record by the officer, the fines are meant to deter people from feeding the homeless on public property other than where you're ordered to do it.
Yeah.
And they said that you have to get permission, but how do I ask permission to walk on public property with pizza that I bought?
Do I have to get permission to preach on the sidewalk? Absolutely not.
If you bring your family of 6 to that same public park, do you have to get permission to feed
Yes,
them in
yes,
the public
yes,
park?
Yes.
That's
yes.
what they're saying.
That's
yes,
what they're
if
saying.
you have a family of
Yep.
5 or more and you go to feed them in public, you have to have the city's permission, even on
Exactly.
public property.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, this case is insane. Right there in that courthouse, they said you're not allowed to discuss the Constitution.
And then the only
And
area
number one.
that they have for the homeless. Yeah, Jermaine. That's
Yeah,
what say Jermaine.
I don't know
So-
her, I don't know her first name.
Yeah. Anything else?
Austin
I
did a
think that's
beautiful
about it.
job defending
It's
himself.
freaking hot out here. It's
Proud
like
of him.
105
Oh.
degrees.
The judge on this case, she practiced law from the bench.
Yeah.
She ordered, or she
instructed the
the prosecutor to object, to make an objection, limiting the scope of my questions.
Yeah.
So she practiced law from the bench, which is an automatic mistrial, guys.
She
So
says,
stay tuned. We got more coming.
There's
she
a lot. We're
stopped
gonna get the
you
court
and told
documents
the
and everything.
prosecutor,
Yeah.
she says, isn't he going on, just going on
Yeah.
too much about this?
Did you see her roll her eyes?
Yeah,
too?
and then the prosecutor stood up and said, yes,
Yeah,
Judge, I'm going
I'm
to
gonna
make an
make a
objection that
objection.
he
Yeah.
is just repetitive and blah, 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 blah. And the judge immediately said, sustained.
Sustained.
Yeah.
And the only objections they made while questioning me was anytime I talked about the First Amendment, or anytime I talked about freedom of religion, or anytime I talked about freedom of assembly, it was objected every time.
Yeah. Even though you were speaking about it, not me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
They
that should
never-
be grounds for a mistrial right there.
Absolutely.
Her coaching the prosecutor
Yeah.
and practicing law from the bench. That should have been a mistrial
That's a
right
mistrial
there.
right there.
So y'all stay tuned.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot more coming.
guys.
Let me
Yeah.
see that
So
picture
found
we took
guilty
over
for
there.
feeding the homeless.
Okay, look.
$500 violation.
This is the area that they've assigned. Like right here is the only place anyone can come and give food. Right here in this little area. And I don't want to walk all the way over there and have all these homeless people on here. But we went over there, right? So look what it says, right? You have to, look. Hold on. Now come over here to the shade.
He was not allowed to mention
I want y'all to
the
see
name in court
this.
or anything. They wouldn't give you a copy of the fucking police report.
No, they wouldn't give
Hold
you
on,
a
hold
copy
on,
of the police report to enter it.
Y'all see
enter
this?
into evidence.
It says
Because
the
on
Macedonia
the report,
Missionary Baptist Church will be providing sack lunches and bottles of water on Eisner Street. Our goal is to feed 200 plus sisters and brothers. Please share this information with your friends and those who need a meal. We will be here at 61 Reisinger Streets. You will be. We will also be providing hand sanitizer and face masks for those who might need them.
Even though
So,
state law
Now,
says-
these people they're okay with doing it because these are nonprofits getting money from the city to be over here. So y'all already know what I think about these motherfuckers getting money from the city and then fucking pushing people out. Because look at that, man. So I think what they're trying to do is move everyone from that what I think it's a library. They're trying to move everybody away from over there and have them right here at this area where they pick the area. The money the city gives to these nonprofits are coming back and bringing food. But it's weird because I don't know if it's happening here, but I know in my area they've gotten in trouble because they give out expired food. These nonprofits, some of them give out expired foods to homeless people and shit like that. That's why I be taking pictures when they give them some expired shit. They'll come to me. Look, church, I'll take a picture and I'll go tell the church I need to stop giving food to these homeless people. If y'all gonna keep the good stuff for your church and your people and your congregation and give out the bullshit, the city didn't give you that free food, the free whatever for your congregation or yourself. They gave it so you could hand it out to homeless people. They don't deserve y'all leftovers and shit y'all don't want. Now, I don't know if that's what's happening here in Houston, but that's what I be on. And I was here all fucking day, dude, and they were giving me shit. You know, but you know how I do. I check motherfuckers. I ain't trying to hear none of that bullshit. Pussy ass shit. Hey, man. Say. Hey. Say. Be quiet, man. I'm on the live. Yeah, please. If y'all want Ninja to shut up so y'all can hear what I'm saying, press 1.
Payback's your bitch.
Yeah, so we had some intimidation tactics at the end there. Officer Tan the Man wanted to come and get conk with everybody, and he got told off.
Yeah, because he walked up to me and tried to tell me, he was like, well, what else do you want? What else do you want? Dirty D put 100. Hey, we got 100 over here.
Yeah.
They put 100 ones over here. Look, it's 100. Look,
all right, guys. Well, screw you guys. I'm not gonna post a video for a month now.
Nah, we're fucking with you, bro. Gonna slow you up. But yeah. So
yeah, it's kind of an inside
we
joke.
ran. They were trying to figure out how to go to, I think it was courtroom 214 to file their appeal, and then the guy Tan followed us and tried to say, "Oh man, y'all gonna have to come this way." And then we go around, and then I start asking him, "Hey, bro, I heard about you, man. You're a fucking tyrant. You be full of shit. Is that true, man?" And I'm asking him all this. And then we make it to where we're asking for information, and he's literally right behind me. And I turn around and I'm like, "What the fuck's going on?" And he goes, what can I help you with? Nothing. You can get the fuck away from us.
And then he said, "Don't be rude to me."
Yeah, he said, "Don't be rude to me.
Little girl.
Man, get the fuck away from me, bro."
I gotta call CJ.
But
That's that, guys. We've been to court.
Hey, what's up, Katie?
We got 10 days to appeal.
10 days to appeal. Y'all stay tuned for updates.
I just wanted to make sure I unvoted here too. What does that mean?
Well, the judge was supposed to give me the.
Ah, okay, I get what you're saying. Anon. I was like, hold on, what are you talking about, bro? I reread it. Don't worry.
She walked right into her chambers, didn't even say anything. When the other judges came and viewed.
Oh yeah. Tell them about that.
There was at least 4 judges that came in to view this trial, and one of them was like in complete shock about what was going on and what we told her about, and she also said that she can't believe the other judge was doing it. She also said she was the other judge was the one who gave me the information on how to go about getting the appeal information.
Yeah, because
the presiding judge over was Judge St. Germain in courtroom number 1. Refused to give me any information to appeal the case. I had about 10 minutes before the office closed, but we had to talk to the other judge outside of the courtroom about how to do it. And then they told us to go one way, and they told us to go another way, and then by that time the office was closed. So we're coming back first thing in the morning to get this done. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you.
That was wrong.
We're out of here. So right now we're in Houston. I'm in H-Town, baby. Houston. I'm over here. Finna roam around the city for a little bit, see what we can see. See if we find any Houston police out here fucking off. You know what I'm saying? Violating rights, being tyrants. So y'all stay tuned, peeps. Appreciate y'all for being here. And we're here.
Even though her oath of office